Good morning, everyone. It's about 9:30. Not sure what the date is. March something? No, May. I always get March and May mixed up. May something. Yeah, so about 9:30 in the morning. Getting ready to go for a run slash walk. Thankfully no bruising. It still kind of hurts, but oh well. Casualties happen. So, on the agenda for today, not a lot, but I really need to film something for Monday. Which you guys won't see this until the following weekend. But I need to film something for Monday. So, yeah. Gotta make that happen. And then hopefully I will sell a few things that are listed on the garage sale site. I have a set of end tables I had listed for $50, but I dropped them down to $20. I found them in the back alley, so they were free for me, so anything is profit. I was hoping they'd go for $50, but they've been listed for like a week and nobody's commented on them. And I'm going down to my LuLaRoe consultant's house tomorrow because when you host a party and you sell 10 items, you get a free item. So I'm going down to pick that up, and then I seen a pair of leggings that she had posted with the dress I'm getting. That would be super cute together, and they're $25, but I get 15% off of that, so that makes them like $20-ish, but then there's still tax, which brings them back up to like $25. So yeah, so I dropped the end tables down to 20. Hopefully somebody will want them today and I can sell them, and then I'll have cash so I don't have to put it on credit card. But if it has to go on credit card, then as soon as I sell them, I'll pay the credit card off for the amount of the leggings. But other than that, I think that's what the plan is today. I haven't eaten anything yet. I'm getting thirsty, so I'm gonna make some water, and then I think we're gonna head to the park. Hope you guys don't mind the AC blowing, but it is so hot in here, like we gotta cool it down. So I did 4 sprints again today. Same thing, like just setting a distance goal for myself to run to. And then once I hit it, I just walk it out until my heart rate comes back down. And then I run again. My knee is bugging me again, but not like it was yesterday. Yesterday was a lot worse. But it did start to aggravate me towards the end. Hopefully running more and stuff, and if I start to lose a little weight, it'll get the pressure off my joints. But also hopefully just running will help strengthen my knee. That would be really good. I did physical therapy for it, but I don't know. I think it did a whole lot for it. That's a whole other story time in and of itself. Went past a goose. I was missing like half of its top beak. I mean, it seemed healthy. Otherwise, like, it looked quite plump. And it didn't look like a new wound, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not like a bird expert, so I don't know what that would look like anyways. But he was missing half his top beak, and the other part that was still there was like all gnarly looking. And I told Mike about it, and he was like, mid-boss goose. Them geese are nasty. They poop everywhere. Constantly dodging piles of goose poo. And if you run too close to them, if they're standing close to the walkway, you run past them, they all get pissed off and start squawking and screaming. Oh well. So, I'm hungry, and I'm very sweaty, so I'm gonna go home, get a shower, get a clean shirt. This one I picked up off the floor. It's smelling, but I didn't want to wear a clean shirt to go running in. And then the leggings I have on are clean, but they have holes in the legs, so they need to become dog toys. If you haven't watched my video on how to make DIY dog toys out of old clothes, I'll link it down below. It's such a money saver, honestly. I would rather be spending the money I spent on dog toys on new clothes for myself anyways. So I'll link that. Yeah, I'm gonna go home and get something to eat, so I'll see you at the house. I'm showered, I'm clean, need to blow dry my hair. I've got a handful of people interested in the end tables, so hopefully somebody can buy them today. I had one lady ask if she could get them on Friday. She sent me like a private message, but since like I'm not friends with her, it went into like, you know, the other folder, so I was able to read it, but since I didn't click accept, I don't think that she knows I read it. And then somebody else sent me a private message, and I asked her if she can get them today, so hopefully she says yes. If not, I might go with the girl who said Friday, because everybody else is like out in the main thread, and the girl who said Friday was like the first comment, so technically you're supposed to go with her first. But I'd really like to get rid of them today. So just waiting to hear back from the other person. I just got dressed. Let me show you what I'm wearing today. Typically do outfits of the day, but this shirt I just got from the Family Dollar. I believe I did a whole haul on this a couple of years ago, but got that there. Regular tank underneath. And these shorts are what I am the most excited about because right after having Levi, I could not get into them, like, at all. I mean, I could, but, like, they were so tight and restricting around my stomach. They're still a little snug, but they're not like they were after giving birth last year. And prior to getting pregnant, these were like my favorite shorts. I lived in them every year, and so when I couldn't wear them at all last year, it made me really sad. But I can get into them again. Hopefully I'll continue to lose some weight, especially with going running and trying to eat a little better. So they should continue to fit me better. But I'm wearing a flouncy top today, so you can't really tell that they're snug in the waist. Yeah, pretty excited about that. So the lady said that she can pick up the end tables this evening, but she wants to know, wanna come inside? She wants to know what the measurements are. Oh, I need the key. Come on, pup. She's gonna be so confused. Molly is anyways. Come on, Molly. Like, what are we doing? Come on, let's go inside. I forgot I need the key to the garage. Found my keys, and then now I can't find the measuring tape I had. Left it sitting over here. Come on, pup. Let's go outside. So, yeah. She said she can pick them up this evening. Come on, let's go outside. Oh, there she goes. I'm always so worried Banjo's gonna run out the door. He tried to the other day, and I ended up clotheslining him. It was half on purpose, half on accident, because he was gonna run into me anyways, but I seen that he was gonna try to run outside, which our cats are inside cats, we live too close to the highway. So he was gonna run into me anyways, but I seen he was gonna make a beeline for the door, like while I was coming in the door, and so I kind of stuck my leg out extra hard, so he ran into it, like hit him in the throat, and he stumbled back. So I kind of felt bad, but on the other hand, it's like the other option is he could run out in traffic. So he got back and went back in the house. We never actually made it out of the house. We tried. So you're gonna get these measurements. She said she can pick them up by 6 this evening. So I'll probably just put the pants on our credit card this evening, and then tomorrow morning I will go put the money in the bank, and then Mike will make the payment. So let's get the measurements on these, and then we can head on back inside the house. I was struggling there for a minute, if you couldn't tell. I had a derpy moment. You guys can't even see me. They are 21 inches by 27 inches. I can fit them in my SUV, so I don't know. I'm sure she can fit them in her vehicle. Lost the dog. Molly! I locked her in the garage. Molly! She never really goes that far. Not normally. She don't even have a collar on because her collar broke when walking the other day. Check the garage. Hopefully we didn't just lose my dog because I'm sitting here talking about how we lose the cat. She was locked in the garage. She never gets that far, so I let her come out here without a leash on. She always behaves really well. So when I couldn't find her, I was like, oh my god, this is like the one time that she decides to take off. She got locked in the garage. Go inside. Oh, there she is. She's so little that like she gets past me and I can't see her sometimes. I don't know where she's gone. Levi's crying. I wonder if he's wanting lunch. It's only like, I don't know, it might be like 11 o'clock now. Let me see what the stove says. Stove says it's 10:05. I don't think that's right. I think it's later than that. So he might be about ready for lunch. Put my keys away. Earlier I couldn't find them because they're supposed to be in my diaper bag and they weren't. Bad camera angles. So I'm gonna go feed him lunch. He might be ready for a nap. And I'll see you guys later. So we're gonna try something a little bit different for lunch today. So I've got some frozen vegetables here on a cookie sheet. And then I sprinkled them with a little bit of garlic salt. I get mine at Aldi's if you're interested. And then I put a little honey over top. So we're going to see how that tastes. I might add a little more honey when they're done. I don't really know because I've never done honey roasted anything before. But I think that'll taste good. And then while we're waiting for that to cook, which I'm waiting for the oven to heat up. It's at 100 right now. So waiting for that to heat up. I've got these that I'm going to heat up because influencer keeps messaging me asking me to review the product. So while the vegetables cook, we're eating popcorn. And I'm having some issues with the lady who's supposed to come and get the end tables. She's just being weird because she's like, I hope they're in good condition. And it's like, yeah, they're in fine condition other than the scratches on the top of the tables, which I posted pictures of and mentioned in the post. Like, it is all there. Okay, so like, it's not my fault if you don't read that stuff. You should read everything if you want to buy something. So all the information was there, and I was like, yeah, they're in good shape other than the scratches on the top that are listed in the post. And then she's like, okay, I need your exact address because I'm going to give you the neighbor's address. Do you think I'm stupid? And then this last post is, can you lower the price to 15? Bitch, I've got like 10 people interested in these things. No, the price is not going down to 15. I can move along. People just aggravate me on these sites. Like, seriously. It's frustrating. Like, if she was the only person that have commented on these, like, that'd have been one thing. And granted, on the garage sale post that she posted on, like, she's the second person out of 2 people who've commented, but I've got them listed on another site that she probably doesn't know about that I've got like 5 other people interested on. But it's just really, really freaking annoying when people act stupid and they're like, I didn't know it had damages. Because you didn't fucking read the post. Pay attention, stupid. Like, seriously. It's frustrating and annoying, and it irks me because when I want to go buy something, like, I read the entire post, and if there's not enough information on the post, then I ask questions. But like, everything is disclosed when I post something. Like, I disclose everything. It's all there. The pictures are all there, so you can see if there's any damages. It's all there. So people who are just act like that, it's like, you're insulting my intelligence. It's just how it feels. Give me your exact address. Well, whose address do you think I'm going to give you? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to heat up this popcorn, and we're going to go from there. Okay, so the instructions on this says, pull the 2 blue tabs outward to form the pop-up box. Okay, so pull in the tabs. Okay, interesting. Next, it says, place to form box and microwave the box for 1 to 2 minutes. When you hear 2 to 3 seconds popping, blah blah blah. Carefully remove. Okay, we're just gonna put it in the popcorn setting and start. Okay, so I know I came across sounding super harsh with this chick. It's just I've been doing these garage sale groups for almost 5 years now. And most of the time things go really smoothly, but I've had some ones that are just like irksome. Like, I had one lady had me drive to meet her for a shirt she wanted to buy. It was $5 for a shirt. It's an expensive shirt. I think I paid, well, I got this particular one for like $5 my own self on a different garage sale site, but I bought the exact same shirt in the store for like 20 bucks a couple years ago, but I gained weight, so I couldn't wear that one anymore. So then I found the same shirt at a garage sale and bought it because I liked it. Anyways, was selling the shirt for $5. Drove up. I don't do meets very far away from my house because I've had other people stand me up and do me wrong, and I've been like, 20 minutes away from my house, and I'm not about to waste gas like that. So went up the street to meet this chick, and like, everything's listed. Everything is listed. The sizing's listed. Like, I get there, I hand it to her, she looks at it, she goes, this is too small for me, I don't want it. If you don't wear a size 1X, why are you trying to buy a 1X shirt? And then I had another lady one time who wanted to buy one of my shirts and wanted me to bring it to her, which I don't do this very often, but I went ahead and did it anyways this particular time. My husband went with me. He waited in the car, and she's like, I went up to the house and knocked on the door, and she's like, just come inside. No, she sent me a message when I got there, and I said, I'm outside. And she's like, just come in the house, which is sketchy to begin with, but I did it anyways because at the time I was like 23 and stupid. So I go inside. This lady, and I don't want to sound offensive, but she was like really obese, was just sitting on her chair like on her couch, couldn't bother to get up and come to me. And she has me bring it to her, and like the shirt's like a size 1X. This lady probably wears like a 4 to 5X or bigger. And she holds it up to her like it would literally probably cover one boob. And she's like, I love it, thank you. Which, I mean, it's great that she loves it. I'm not trying to make fun of her, but it's like, that's not gonna fit you. We're burning popcorn here. It's like that. I'm sorry, it's not gonna fit you. Like, and she didn't say anything else about it, but it was just kind of like weird, like that you had me come all the way into your house. Ooh, we burnt that. Got too busy talking. That you had me come all the way through your house, and you couldn't like just come to the front door and open the door. It was just kind of awkward. And then, of course, we had the one yesterday where I went all the way to Peru, and the lady didn't even bother to show up. And it was at her own house, and she didn't even give me a courtesy call or anything. Yeah, I've had a lot of things like that happen with people just being sketchy. I had another kid who, he was literally, like, he looked like a kid. He looked like he was probably 19 or so. This is what the popcorn looks like when it comes out. So that's kind of neat. Like, if you guys are going to do, like, a movie night or something, that'd be kind of cool. We'll see how it tastes once it cools down a little bit. Oh, I guess I didn't burn it. That's a picture of popcorn on the inside. I thought it was like a burn spot on the paper. Okay. So, but I still think I burnt some because I'm kind of smelling burnt popcorn. Anyways, this guy asks me, he wants to buy a cell phone that I'm selling. He looks like he's 19 or 20 in his profile picture. He wants me to meet him in the middle of the night. Okay, it's like 8 or 9 at night and it's dark out. And he wants me to meet him at his apartment complex, which it's like the shadiest apartment complex in our town. There's like shootings all the time that happen there. And then for anyone who lives in the area, it's called Gateway. You probably know what I'm talking about if you've heard of Gateway. You know you don't want to hang out there after hours. Or at least you didn't used to. They might be better now. I don't really know. But at the end of the street there is a village pantry. So I sent him a message, and I'm like, hey, I couldn't find, and Gateway's confusing to get into. It's really weird to get into. So I sent him a message, and I'm like, I couldn't figure out how to get into Gateway, but I'm at the village pantry, because I've met other people who are from Gateway who just, like, walk down to the village pantry, because it's, like, right there. Which, personally, I think that's safer anyways, especially with the reputation that Gateway has. So I'm like, hey, I'm here at the village pantry, can you just walk down? And he's like, I can't walk that far, or something to do with his mom or whatever. Can you meet me in this field over here across? Like, I look over to the field, like, it's going to take him as much energy to walk across the street to this empty field as it is for him to walk over to this village pantry in the middle of the night. But this empty field is where a building used to be that got hit by a tornado a couple years ago, so it was completely gone. It's just an empty, dark field, like several acres of just empty darkness. And he's like, can you meet me over here? And I respond back with something about, somehow I had it in the text saying something about, like, I'm with my husband, and, like, we're not comfortable doing that. And as soon as I told him I was with my husband, he responds back with, I'm not interested in the phone. What does that tell you? He was gonna do some shit that he was probably planning to do some shady shit. Put the veggies in the oven. There we go. So, and I've had that happen on and off for the last 5 years. And so, like, I probably won't be this frustrated over it, except for the fact of what happened yesterday, which you guys were there with me for that. This tastes good, but it just tastes like plain salted popcorn. I would prefer, like, a buttered flavor, personally. It's just sea salt. It's not bad, though. I'll eat it. Pretty good, actually. I think it's like $4 for one thing, though, so I don't know if it's something I would buy on a regular basis, because it's kind of pricey, in my opinion. I mean, the pop-up box is neat, but I can get, like, a whole box of butter-flavored popcorn and put it in a bowl for $4, so it's good, but is it worth the money? I'll leave that up to you. So, yeah. Well, this chick, I read the whole message, and she's like, I'm getting ready to have a baby, and I just moved into a new house, and so if you could do 15, like, it would just, like, really help me out. And I know it makes me sound like a bitch for not going for it, but I've had so many people just screw me over on things that's like, I'm not, sorry, the price is firm. I think $20 for 2 sets of end tables. They're in nice shape. They have some scratches, but the kind of scratching is the kind that, like, you don't really see it unless, like, you have the right kind of lighting on it. So it's not that bad. I mean, yes, I got them for free, but I need $20 to pay for my leggings, so $20 it is. I just opened my front door to go throw away the popcorn box, put it in recycling, and there was a giant pit standing across the street from my house. And he looked like he might be a nice dog, You never can tell. But I wasn't gonna approach him from the front because I had Molly like right there, and Molly's not good with other dogs, and I don't know that dog, and I don't know, like, maybe he'd be good with people, but then like hear Molly get freaked out and like bite or something. I don't know. So, and he's a big pit. He's pretty too. He's like a blue-gray, but he's also got like white in him. Anyways, he took off and went what looked like around back my house. So I went and found Molly's leash, and I went out back because like he didn't have a collar on him. Because if he did, I would try to get him and call his owners. Which reminds me, I need to get Molly a new collar since she broke hers. So I was gonna, you know, try to catch him and make like a Facebook post or something. Because he looked thirsty. Like, he looked like a nice guy, but he looked skittish and he looked thirsty. And so it looked like he ran around back, so I opened the door and he was like right there. Kind of freaked me out. I didn't expect him to be like right there. So I shut the door and waited for him to move a little further away. And then I stepped out on the back porch, not the back porch, out on the back steps. And I was whistling for him. And you could tell he was hearing me, but like he was acting like he couldn't tell where the whistle was coming from. And so I started clapping. I was like, hey boy, like, hey, over here. And he stopped, and then he like turned and he looked at me and he seen me. And you could just tell he's really thirsty. So I thought maybe he'd go over to the fish tank that still has water sitting in it and get a drink, because he's tall enough he could do that. But he turned and he looked at me, and I was like, hi, you nice boy, like, you know, trying to see if you want to come to me. And he just booked it. He looked like he was terrified, and he booked it, which made me really sad, made me feel bad for him. And he ran down the street, and I don't know if he went in the road or not, but a few moments later I heard a horn honk, so I can only assume that he darted out in the road. I don't really know. Hopefully he didn't. But I'll probably go make a Facebook post now on one of the garage sale sites just to say there's a big pit running loose around my area. I should have gotten a picture of him, but I didn't think to. Oh well. Hopefully he's okay, and hopefully he gets found. I don't really want to take a dog like that to the Humane Society just because of the euthanasia rates for them. But on the other hand, like, he shouldn't be running around either. I don't know. But I wasn't going to chase after him because that's a big dog. Like, if he wanted to do some damage, like, he was a big pit. Like, he wasn't like a tiny guy. He was big. So, but I thought if he'd come to me and was nice, I'd leash him up and hook him up outside and like make a Facebook post with his picture, and hopefully we could find his owners or something. And then if we couldn't, then probably take him to the Humane Society. But he took off. He booked it. So, and I wasn't about to chase after him because, like I said, big dog. So, and I'm skittish about any kind of dog that I don't know, because Molly, I mean, she has an aggressive streak in her, and she just came that way. I don't know what caused it. She's a lot better than when she was, but when she hit about like 6 months old, she was just like, she could get vicious. And even still, like, she's not always good with other dogs. So even if I could have caught that dog, all I could have done was leash him up in the shade, because Molly may or may not have gotten along with him. I don't know. Hopefully he'll wander on back home. But I'm going to go ahead and make that Facebook post, and maybe someone is looking for him and can come and find him. Okay, veggies are done. It's a giant bowl of vegetables. I'm already feeling pretty full after eating all that popcorn, so I don't think I'm going to be able to eat all this. But I drizzled a little bit more honey on top. These are so good. If you got a sweet tooth like me, make you some of these. Roast some vegetables, put some honey on top of them. We'll be in business. And the carrots. Carrots are so good, because carrots are kind of sweet to begin with. I add a little extra bit of honey, but then having the garlic salt in there, some good stuff. Okay, I made the Facebook post about the dog. So far, nobody's commented. Hopefully he'll just wander on home. But didn't eat all of them. I ate all the broccoli out of it. That's mostly carrots and squash left. Like I said, I got pretty full from all the popcorn. Update on the lady with the end tables, or the lady wanting to get the end tables. She knows there's other people who are interested, because, and I didn't notice this, but when she commented on the one post on the one site where only one other person commented, so she made comment number 2, she also went over to the other site and commented, and she was like comment number 3. So, and there's like, I don't know, people keep adding to it. So there's probably like, on that post, probably like 6 or 7 people commenting. over there wanting them, and then there's the one other person on the first post. So she knows other people want them. Like, I don't feel bad about telling her prices for them. Like, I mean, again, if they had been listed for a while and nobody had commented on them, I would go down. But like, I just listed them this morning. I've got so many other people interested on it. Like, it's bad business on my part if I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go down. Anyways, yeah, so I just want to talk about all of that. I need to upload everything before my phone dies on me again like it did yesterday, because I've been filming quite a bit today. Now I might get a head start on editing this vlog because I'm feeling it's going to be a long one. So I need to go move the end tables here to the front in a minute. But I just want to talk with you guys a little bit because I think a lot of you guys can probably relate. So as you know, I've been trying to cut back on all the sugar and the pop, and it is hard. I'm getting another caffeine headache right now, which is just making me feel really sleepy. I don't plan on actually getting a pop today. And then I keep having like horrible sugar cravings. Like, I just want to eat sweet stuff, and I want to binge so bad and just like eat everything. So far I've had 2 pieces of wheat toast with butter and honey. I had an apple. I'm trying to remember if I ate anything else or not. That might be it. That might be everything I've eaten, but like, I want to eat more. And then I'm still working on my water. I'm on my first full cup of the gray, and I've had 2 of the pink that I showed you this morning. But yeah, it's hard. And I think a lot of times that's where everything comes undone, when I start doing really good and then I just like go on a complete binge and I just eat everything. And I think a lot of you guys can probably relate to that. So I'm trying to not cave. We have some lemonade in the fridge. I'm debating on getting a glass of lemonade because it's sweet, but there's a lot of sugar in lemonade. So I mean, it's better than a pop, and the sugar might help, but I feel like I'd probably be better off if I could just, you know, like fight through the sugar cravings and caffeine headache, you know. But we shall see. So Mike's on his way home. Thinking about doing a big salad, so that means I got some lettuce I need to chop. I was wanting to do up some deviled eggs to go with it. And I need to move the end tables around to the front of the house for this lady who should be here in about 30 minutes. So I'll see you guys at dinner time. So the lady pushed back the meet to 7:15. It's looking like it might rain outside, so we'll see if she even shows up. But dinner's ready, so I'll show you what we're gonna have. So we've got some nice big salads with leftover pork loin. I think this is lemon pepper, some sprinkly cheese and croutons, and then some homemade deviled eggs. I like to add in honey mustard, a little bit of mayo, and then I sprinkle it with paprika. Good morning, everyone. It is 8 o'clock. I don't know what the date is. I'll put it somewhere in here. As a stay-at-home mom, I don't keep track of the date. Oh, I'm getting a little sweaty. You can see that right there. So, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the park today or not. I'm supposed to be going to my Luro consultant's house. We're supposed to be there around noon. I don't know, like 7 a.m. Like, I could probably go to the park and all that stuff. But I go to the park and get sweaty. I'm going to have to come home and get a shower and all that stuff. And I'd like to be able to do my makeup, just because I haven't done it in a few days. So I'm using that as an excuse not to go to the park. But I'm going to have a banana and my water. Levi is still asleep. He was awake. I got up with Mike this morning. And Mike went in there to go put his mobile back on. And Mike said that he was in there like smiling and laughing. Like, I could hear him in there. And I got up and went to the bathroom. And Mike came back in and was not to the bathroom, but like I came out to the living room and he came out to the living room. And he was like, so Levi was awake and he was all smiling and he seen me and stuff. And then I put the music on and he started fussing and then he passed out. As we were joking around about it, he was like, not the music, out. Because that seems to be how it works when you put his mobile on. Like he'll fuss a little bit, like he knows sleep is coming, and then he passes out. So I'm gonna enjoy a little bit of peace and quiet, a little bit of quiet time. Probably work on doing a little bit of editing. I need to get more videos off this phone before it shuts off on me. Probably need to put some pants on. low-key not wearing any. Sure, I'm gonna wear it for the day is in the dryer. You've only seen me in it a million times. I'm in love with that Irma I got from LuLaRoe, that little blush colored shirt I've been wearing. Oh my god, well, it's not little, it's really big on me, but it is so comfy. I think it's so cute. And I'm gonna wear some shorts today, so my shorts are gonna be like doing peekaboo, which I think is gonna be adorable. I'm excited. But yeah, so my sister-in-law is coming with me to my LuLaRoe consultant's house, and I think she's supposed to be here by like 11:15, and then we're gonna head out. So I don't know that I'm gonna be filming any of that because I don't think that my sister-in-law knows I have a YouTube channel. Plus, she may or may not have her daughter with her. I don't like putting other people's kids on my YouTube channel. I had a really creepy message last night, or somebody commented on one of my videos something really creepy last night. They said they wanted my baby. Freaking creepy. So I'm going to be going in and blocking that person, and it really makes me think I might not put Levi in very, very much in videos. I mean, I've already been trying to back off how much he's in it, but after that, it's kind of like, do I really want him in it at all? So there's always a creeper out there who ruins it for everybody, you know. But we're going to see what the day takes us. I need to brush my hair or something. It's looking all ratty. But I'm going to eat my banana, have me some water, get everything downloaded off this phone. We're going to go from there. Got my makeup done, feeling human. I used a different eyeshadow palette. I think it's like a Victoria's Secret one or something like that. I feel like with all the eyeshadows I put on, I should be having more color than this. Not a whole lot going on with that. So definitely like a very light makeup look, but I feel more human. And I'll show you my outfit for the day. So this is what I'm wearing. I've got my blush pink Irma on. Somehow or another, I managed to get a big old grease stain right there, which it went through the washer and the dryer. So that's not going to be coming out ever. Oh well, I'll live with it. Just because this shirt is so dang comfy. And I've got on a pair of Arizona jean shorts, and they did not come with the lace in them. These were actually like, you know, manufactured rips, and they just got a little out of hand there, especially this one. But I love these shorts. They're so comfy. I couldn't bear to let them go, so I sewed lace behind them to make them look a little less trashy. And then I've got my Skechers flip-flops. So yeah, so that's my outfit for the day. And as you can see, the shirt's so long, you pull it down, and the shorts just kind of play peekaboo at the bottom there. Yeah, I like that. So what was that? Yeah. So I think my sister-in-law will probably be here in the next hour probably. So I probably won't see you guys much between now and then, but I will show you guys the new LuLaRoe outfit that I'm picking up today. I'm so excited for it. So excited. It is super stinking cute. So you will see that in like the next 2 seconds. Here's my new LuLaRoe outfit. The dress is a size 3XL, and it is, I think, a Carly. And then I've got a pair of TC leggings, stand for tall and curvy, for anyone who's not into the LuLaRoe. Knotting the dresses on the side is really popular, but I could also just let it go. Let it hang. I'm thinking like a corset belt, or just a belt in general, something right here to take me in at the waist to look really cute. And then I could have the bottom of this tied up. But I just think it's super cute and flowy. I've been wanting to get one of these dresses for a while now. I just haven't found one that I like. This one is a little big on me because, like I said, it's a 3X. So you can see the pocket should be more up here. It's down here. But I don't think it looks bad. I'm pretty excited about that. I've heard these are really comfy to sleep in, and also just great for just like running around town. Like you don't even have to wear the leggings underneath of them. Just to hang out in, whatever. Kind of have like the high-low kind of effect. But I think it's super cute, and I'm really excited about it. And this is my lunch for today. This is the last of my lunch meat, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I've got a can of peas here that I'm gonna munch on, and then I'm still working on my water. I'm probably due to fill it back up because I'm not getting down to the end. It's getting kind of warm, so I need to put some ice in there, get some more water, put Levi down for a nap. Sounds like he's fighting it. He was, because I gave him a bottle and like he had lunch, gave him a diaper change, laid him down with the bottle. He was happy, and then I heard him crying, and then I heard him laughing, And now it sounds like he's crying again. So I think he's fighting his sleep. He slept for like an hour in the car because it was like a 30-minute drive to my consultant's. Which, if you guys are interested in shopping LuLaRoe, I will leave Brittany's Facebook link down below for her LuLaRoe site. So you guys can come shopping with me if you want to. But anyway, he slept the 30 minutes there, was awake the whole time we were there, and then slept the 30 minutes back. So, I mean, he technically had like an hour of sleep, but it's been broken. So I feel like he's going to be a total bear. So I'm hoping, because he was acting sleepy while I was feeding his lunch. He kept rubbing his eyes and acting sleepy. So I'm hoping he'll go back down for like another hour, because normally he sleeps for 2 to 3 hours for his nap time. He normally sleeps from like 11:30 until about 2:30, somewhere in that time frame. So hopefully he'll go back. Hey everyone, today is Friday, and yeah, where to start? Well, didn't go for a walk this morning because it's been super rainy. It rained all last night, and it's supposed to continue raining on and off all day today. Plus last night, Mike and I went for a walk. Probably didn't even make it a quarter of a mile, because storms started coming in, so we turned around. And on the way back, we decided to run, and I was in flip-flops, and I rolled my ankle. It wasn't anything super big deal, but my ankle has been sore ever since. Like, I can walk on it, like, I could probably still go walk a mile on it, I could probably run on it, but it has been sore ever since I rolled it. So, I'm using the rainy day excuse to not go for a walk this morning. This evening, like 7-ish tonight, Mike's brother and his family are coming over, and they're going to mount the TV on the wall, which is exciting. And we're having like a big cookout for everybody. So it's kind of a late dinner in my opinion. Like, we don't like to eat past like 6:30. So 7:30 is kind of getting late for dinner, but it'll be great to have help to get the TV mounted. So I have to go to the store today. I need to pick up some corn. It's like some roasting ears and some Coke. That's what Mike asked me to pick up. His brother and family are big Coke drinkers. So I'll be having pop tonight. And I need to get Worcestershire sauce. I can't ever say the word Worcestershire. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, for the downside of what happened yesterday, and probably what's going to be in the title of this video, my dad got taken to the ER last night. And it's scary. So, I'll give you the whole story. He works at the prison. I can't even remember what the prison exactly is called, but it's up by Grissom Air Force Base, if that means anything to anybody. And it's a maximum security prison, and it's for men. So I've got issues with that place to begin with, just from stories I've heard and the way it sounds like the place is run. They're severely understaffed. They're supposed to have 2 people in the pod at all times and 2 people down on the floor. And my dad said a lot of times you got 1 person in the pod and 1 person on the floor because they're just so understaffed. And the way that the prisoners are allowed to treat the security is just horrendous. And there's not a lot that the guards can do. They can write them up a certain amount of times, and finally, you know, I don't know where they go. They get some kind of a discipline or something after so many write-ups. But there's not a lot they can actually do. So the way the prisoners treat the security guards is pretty messed up. So what happened last night, and thankfully Dad didn't get jumped. We knew that was something that was a big possibility because every now and then throughout the year, security guards get jumped. So thankfully that wasn't the issue, but I almost feel like maybe that would have been better. So this guy got busted for having tattoo guns and for doing tattoos on other inmates. And my dad was, I don't know if he was a part of a team cleaning out the bunk or if it was just his job to clean out the bunk, but he was cleaning out this guy's bunk looking for all of his tattooing equipment. And I don't have all the information, I just have what my mom told me. And my dad picked up a cuff. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's like a wrist cuff. I don't know if it was like tucked into a cuff of like a pair of pants. I don't really know exactly what that means. But Dad picked up a cuff and felt something poke him, and there had been a tattoo gun hid inside the cuff. And the owner, the prisoner who was in possession of the tattoo guns, is positive for hepatitis. My mom didn't specify if it's Hep A or Hep B, but he is positive for hepatitis. And to further that, they don't know who all he tattooed on. So they sent my dad to the ER. I had a friend on Facebook say that within the golden hour they can give him these pills and like it'll keep him from catching hepatitis. And so they took him like immediately to the hospital, and I'm sure he got the pills. I haven't heard any updates. The only thing I got from my dad was that he didn't want anybody at the hospital with him because they were going to send him right back to work. So I think that's kind of messed up, but again, they're short-staffed. So he went to the hospital. I'm assuming, got the medication to prevent hepatitis, but he also had to get tested for every other possible blood-borne pathogens. I don't know. AIDS and HIV are probably the two that we are the most freaked out about, that he's having to get tested for. And I mean, there's so many advances in medical technology, so maybe that's something they can figure out way sooner now. I don't know. But I know when I was in high school back in like 08, 09, I remember learning about all that stuff and hearing that it could take up to 6 months to know if you were HIV or AIDS positive. So we might be waiting for 6 months for an answer. I don't know. But that's what happened last night. I so badly, once I got the call, wanted to come on here and vlog. But I didn't, and I'm glad that I didn't because I was very angry. I'm a very protective person, and I mean, talk about fight or flight reaction, I'm typically going to go with fight. That's just my automatic. And especially when it comes to someone that I love and care about, is like I want to defend them and protect them. And that was literally one of those things that's like, you know, this happened to my dad because some dipshit in prison couldn't just follow the rules. And now my dad, who has fought for our country, fought for the rights and the freedoms of these fucking prisoners who are just ungrateful shits, and he's just always been a good person and always tried to set a good example and always went out of his way for other people. He would literally give anyone the shirt off his back if they needed it. And he's one of those people that just goes above and beyond. And for that to happen to him, because someone in prison couldn't just follow the rules and they had to go make tattoo guns, and knowing that they're hepatitis positive, I mean, it's possible that this person never tattooed themselves and was just giving tattoos to other people, but regardless, if they're sharing the needle in the prison, if they tattooed someone who was positive for something, they could have spread it to the whole population in the prison. And if this guy was tattooing himself and tattooing others with the same needle, then there you go, you're spreading it anyways. And it's just fucked up, you know? It's not right. And last night I was just so angry that I would have come on here and said some really choice words. I mean, not that I haven't already. And a lot of other things that a lot of people probably wouldn't agree with. Yeah, so we're just gonna leave it at that. But I'm still waiting for a call back from my mom on if there's any test results that came through. I don't know. So that's that. The weather doesn't look too bad right now, so I'm gonna take the dog outside, and then I'm gonna get Levi loaded up, and we're gonna head to Kroger. Kroger has this really neat program where every Friday they send out free coupons. Now you have to be like, you have to have like their Kroger card, which is free to sign up for a Kroger card, and you have to have their app, and then they have to have your email address, and they send you an email saying, hey, this Friday we're giving away this item. This week it's a Ritz thin and crispy crackers. It's a snacking cracker from Ritz, pretty much. I've never tried them myself, but we're going to give them a go. So they send you an email that says, hey, we're giving this away for free. And then you have to download the email into the Kroger app on like your coupon section. And then when you go through and purchase the item at Kroger, then when you swipe your Kroger card, it comes up free. So we're going to try this out. I have never tried doing coupons from Kroger before. I haven't honestly shopped at Kroger since I worked at Kroger. I worked with a company that had affiliations with Walmart and Kroger, and was it just Walmart and Kroger? Sam's Club. So I got sent to all different places. I handed out food samples. It was a really good job. If you can get into that job, it's called asmnet.com. Go there to apply. Event specialist. They pay pretty good. It's like $10 an hour, 6-hour days. Not bad. I loved it. I would go back. But anyway, yeah, so I haven't bought anything from Kroger since I worked there. Not really. Like, that's not my main place to go shopping because I just feel like Aldi's is so much cheaper than anywhere else. So I don't really go to Kroger that often, but I mean, hey, for your bag of chips or crackers or whatever they are. So we're gonna go there. Like I said, we're having the cookout tonight, so I need to, I think, pick up some corn, which I mentioned, and Coke, where I run over all of this. So yeah, I'm just gonna see where the day goes. Outfit of the day. I've got my little Carly dress on. Belted it at the waist here. Little brown belt. And then I've got this little doohickey going on. It's kind of, you like put a quarter in here and then you wrap it up with a, got shorts on. So I'm not gonna flash you guys, but you wrap it up. It's like a hair tie on the inside, and then you get this neat little thing going on here. I can't decide if it's too much going on with the belt and with this thing, but I still think it makes for a cute outfit. I had the leggings on, and I decided that was like way too much. So going with the leggings, just have on the shorts underneath to help with the chub rub. My Skechers, and yeah, I think we're ready for the day. Okay, we just got back from Kroger. This light though, not good. So these are what I got for free. It's the Ritz Crisp and Thins Oven Baked. I picked up the cream cheese and onion. They also had a bacon flavor. They had a sea salt and vinegar. They had a sea salt. And there might have been another one. I didn't get to look real good because there was a couple people around the stand. They weren't in the aisle. They were like on a display out in the main walkway. So this is what they look like. Kind of interesting looking. They're really good. They're very light and crispy, but I don't know, they just have like, they have like this fluffy crispness, if that makes any sense. These are good. So you guys should definitely go download the Kroger app if there's a Kroger in your area. You'll have to look it up, but Kroger also has different names throughout the country. I know one of them is Payless Foods is also associated with Kroger. And I don't know, on the Kroger app, they had like a whole list of different stores that it's affiliated with, and pretty much the same store. So just like go on the Kroger app or online and see what all their affiliates are, because you can use the same app and the same card like at all these places, and then you can get the free chips. So, and there was too many for me to like go through and list them all. There's a whole bunch. So yeah, these are really good. So I'm pretty excited to be getting these free things on Fridays. I heard they did a lot of good free stuff on Cinco de Mayo, or was Cinco de Mayo on a Friday? I'm not sure. The Friday of the same week that Cinco de Mayo was on. That's how I found out that they did this, because somebody I'm friends with on Facebook made a Facebook post talking about the free thing she got that Friday. So, they're really good. I have to be careful because I will eat them all. Okay, I just got the call from my mom with an update on my dad. So, what happened was they were short-staffed, big shocker, and so Dad was the only person on the floor, and he had his partner up in the pod. So if you guys have never been to a prison before, and all prisons are different, but I mean, if you've watched Orange is the New Black, then you kind of have an idea of the setup. The pod would be where the guards would be sitting, and Orange is the New Black, where they can see everything and survey everything. And then you would have another guard out actually on the floor with everybody. Now, I took a tour of this particular prison when I was in college, so I know the setup. They have different houses, which is all kind of the same setup, where you have your floor and then you have your pod. And the pods for these look like giant fish bowls. They're up. Like, you have to go upstairs to get to them. It's not like with Orange is the New Black, where they just walk out from the pod and they're in with the prisoners. It's not like that. It's up a flight of stairs and they can survey the whole thing, and it's like a really big facility. So Dad is the only guy on the floor, and he was walking around doing his checking everything, and he walked past this one particular cell, and he's seen that there was 4 guys in the cell. There's only supposed to be 2, which is the 2 who live in that particular cell. And he's seen that they were tattooing each other, or that one of the guys was doing tattoos or something. So Dad goes in there, and he's like, I forget exactly what Mom said that he said, but pretty much tell him, like, you know, you can't be doing this. And the guy who's doing the tattoos jumps up and starts, like, screaming, no, no, and, like, trying to flush his tattoo equipment down the toilet, and some of it got thrown in the sink. And the other 3 guys that were in the cell, like, stood up against the wall, which is a good thing. And Dad stepped in and grabbed the guy who's doing tattoos and drug him out because he wanted to be out in front of cameras. On top of that, he also didn't want to be in the cell by himself with 4 other men because they could have jumped him. So, pulled the guy out who was doing the tattoos and cuffed him. That part wasn't the issue. And then my dad's partner, who was up in the pod, came down to help. And Dad went back in. The other men stayed up along the wall, I guess. And Dad and his partner were trying to pick up all of the tattoo equipment. And it wasn't a cuff that the needle was in, it was a cup. So I misunderstood my mom yesterday when she was telling me what happened. And the cup had been tossed in the sink, and there was a needle in it. Dad didn't realize, and he picked up the cup, and the needle could have been underneath the cup. But anyways, Dad went and picked up the cup that was in the sink and got poked with the needle. So he went to the hospital. They gave him a tetanus shot, and then they tested his blood for hepatitis A, hepatitis B, and HIV. Apparently, hepatitis C? I don't know. There's so many different strands of hepatitis. So one of the strands apparently is super popular in the prison. Something like 90% of the prison population has it. So that's pretty scary and pretty high. But I guess it's treatable. It's curable now. And then the same goes with HIV. I had no idea. There's now a cure for HIV. It's $10,000 though. So Dad has to go back every 2 months for the next year to be tested for Hep and for HIV. And what's supposed to happen is that the prison, they have a medic there on site for the prisoners, and Dad, in theory, should be able to go every 2 months there at the prison and get tested, because this should be all on workman's comp, and the prison should be covering his blood work for the next year, and they should cover any treatments that he may have or may need. The thing that he's afraid of is that they're going to try to sweep it under the rug because they don't want to pay for the workman's comp. He's afraid that they're not going to keep up on his blood work, and that they're going to try to poo-poo it and push it off. And then if it comes out that he, at the worst case, has HIV and needs the treatment, that they're going to try to not pay for it. Thankfully, my parents have some investments, and if they have to, they can take out about 10 grand from their investments to pay for the treatment. But that's going to wipe out all of their investments, and my dad has worked almost 10 years now to try and build up their investments. So that would pretty much wipe it out. But I mean, on the other hand, they have it. If they need it, they have it. So it's good. But the prison should pay for this. This is, you know, it happened at my dad's place of work. It's on the prison. You know, they should be giving the security guards more that they're able to do. Anyways, there's just so many prisoners' rights that makes it really hard for the security guards to really keep things under control. It makes it hard. And apparently while Dad was at the hospital, they had all kinds of things going on last night and the night before. I guess one of the prisoners got beat up and beat to a bloody pulp. There's another prisoner who got sent down to SEG, and apparently he's been bragging about his gang that he's in, or talking about things that he's not supposed to be talking about related to his gang. And so now the security guards have to keep an eye out that when he gets back from SEG, that his own gang's not going to jump him. Apparently a security guard did get jumped last night and got roughed up pretty good. And something happened with someone else, and Mom said they either got really hurt or they died. So shit's just been hitting the wall up there, and a lot of it comes down to them being understaffed, and a lot of it comes down to the security guards. They just can't do a lot. Hold on a second, I gotta check on Levi. So yeah, that's what's been going on. Yeah, I personally feel like if they had stricter disciplinary actions, that a lot of things could be prevented. And I know my thoughts and views on it conflicts a lot with morals and values, but this whole, oh, we'll write you up 3 times because you were an asshole, and then we're going to send you to SEG for 2 days, and then you'll come back to the regular population. Clearly that's not working. It's not working. And there's also a lot of issues with people getting out of prison and not having any family. They don't even have a high school diploma, and they're just dropped off at a homeless shelter. And then within a year, they typically end up back in prison because prison was more comfortable than being in a homeless shelter. So we're not doing these people any good. They're not getting rehabilitated. And as my dad calls it, being in the prison, it's kind of like a giant adult babysitting. It just happens that these adults are big enough that they can really cause some problems, as in hurting, killing, you know, runs the gamut. As for how this guy was able to make his tattoo guns, apparently he had fashioned some kind of a tool, and he was able to pop open, there's these, now I've never seen the inside of any of these cells, so it's kind of hard for me exactly to know what it is, but I guess there's these panelings that have wires running through them for, you know, electricity and such, and he somehow fashioned a tool and was popping the covers off of these panelings, which Dad said a lot of times people will like rip it's like a heavy thick plastic that's around the door frames in the prison, inside the cells, excuse me. And he said a lot of times they will find ways to pull that off and fashion those into tools and knives and all kinds of stuff. So he fashioned some kind of a tool. I don't know if it was out of this door frame, but I'm guessing that's probably what it is. And he popped the paneling off for the wiring, and not only was he hiding things inside of the paneling, he was also able to pull wires off and such, which is how he was making his needles. And it's crazy how some of these people are so smart with the things that they're able to engineer with a little bit of nothing. My dad was telling me about a tattoo gun he found another time, and it had like a pin, had a needle in it, and that was like your working part that did the tattooing. But then like the actual motor, he somehow found wiring, and I don't remember if he found a battery or what it was, but he had it rigged somehow, and it worked for tattooing. So I mean, you wouldn't think they're able to get a hold of these things, but they are. And they're also still getting drugs in somehow. I know there was a guy recently busted who worked in the cafeteria who was smuggling in like $30,000 worth of drugs for the inmates. And I think in the newspaper it said he got paid like $200. Like, not enough in my opinion. It's like $30,000 worth of drugs. I want more than $200. But yeah, so it's getting in. I mean, the drugs are getting in. They're creating tattoo guns, and it's just you know, to further that, there's people who are just flat out trying to cause problems and disrespectful, and they're in prison for a reason. There's a reason they're in prison. So there's that. That's the update on my dad. That's all we know. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and try and clean the house up a little bit. I might try to start working on this particular video. I know at this point I've decided to split up this week's vlogs and upload one on Saturday and one on Sunday. So let me know if you guys like that or not, because otherwise this is probably going to be like an hour-long vlog if I left it all intact. But let me know. Levi's crying again. I don't know what his deal is. When I went and checked in with him, he was fine. He was laying on the floor watching TV. He wasn't crying anymore. And now he's happy again. I don't know. He's probably getting cranky and about ready for a nap, to be honest. But I'm going to go ahead and probably feed him lunch, put him down for a nap, get this house cleaned up for tonight, and I'll check in with you later.